and welcome to Pakistani Profiles. My guest for today is a known name when it comes to becoming a businessman or an entrepreneur. He's the founding member of Cplc. Let's welcome Nazim Haji. Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Wa alaikum salam.
Good to have you on our show.
My pleasure.
Sir, we've known a lot about your business-related or your career-related life. Let's start off talking about your personal life first. How has your childhood been? Where were you brought up? What was your education?
I was born in Dar es Salaam,
Right.
which it's a city in those days it was Tanganyika, which is part of East Africa.
Okay.
I was a year old when my immediate family migrated to Pakistan. That's my father, mother, and three elder siblings. And I was brought up in Pakistan from the age of 1, and then did my schooling in Karachi, and then went off to schooling in UK, in Plymouth, and then to university at the University of Sheffield. I did my mechanical engineering with honors. Yeah.
So what brought you back to Pakistan?
This is my country.
Right.
And therefore, my father, in fact, was also, when he migrated to Pakistan, was looking forward to investment opportunities in a newly created country. And therefore, we were the first non-repatriable foreign investors in Pakistan in 1949-50.
Right.
And our money came in the form of pound sterling through the National Bank of India, which is now the State Bank of Pakistan, which was also located in Karachi.
Okay. So, why did you choose to become a businessman?
That's my family business, in the sense that my family traditionally has been in trading from those old days in East Africa,
right.
And now in Pakistan, when we invested, we went into industry.
Right.
So we set up a couple of projects under foreign investment, and therefore it became part of our sort of way of thinking, that we were born businessmen,
right.
And we had to continue doing business and set up industries, more industries rather than trading.
Okay. So, sir, mashallah, you're very successful at what you have done, and every successful person has an inspiration. Who was yours?
My father.
Okay. And exactly why? What inspired?
He was very dynamic entrepreneur, and he was, although he was not the eldest of the family, but he was the leader of the family, and he had a vision to have established business not only in Pakistan but elsewhere as well. So we were established not only in East Africa but also in Congo, which is now the Democratic Republic of Congo, and hence now even today my two sons are doing business in Tanzania as well as in...
Oh, so the entire family is actually involved into businesses.
That's right, yes.
Right. You were also the one of the founding members of Cplc.
Yeah.
Where did this whole idea come from?
This concept actually got started off when the law and order situation in Karachi was not too good in 1988-89. Yeah. At that time, I was the chairman of the Site Association of Industry, which is the largest industrial association of Pakistan. And during that period of my chairmanship, democracy came into Pakistan with Benazir's government in '89, and the law and order situation was bad. Justice Fakhruddin G. Ibrahim was the governor at that time. We used to have interaction with the governor in those days, and we came up with this idea of trying to work with the police and trying to sort out the issues that were involved in the criminal justice administration.
Right.
And to bridge that gap between the citizen and the police, the lack of confidence between the citizen and the police. And that's how the idea was started off. Initially, it was through an administrative order of the Commissioner Karachi in those days.
Right.
And subsequently, it was also legislated in the Police Act. And now it is a statutory body under the police rules as well.
How difficult was it? Because normally people would not get so much involved with the
I
laws.
think the key to the success of that concept was the governor's vision on it, and allowing us space in the governor's house. that actually gave us a lot of clout and authority, you know, and obviously we had to use it very judiciously, but that was why it has been successful. Unfortunately, the CPLC has not been able to be replicated in the other provinces because the other governors were not that cooperative or not that much flexible to allow citizens to be located in the governor's house. And more importantly, Fakhruddin G. Ibrahim gave us a very clear-cut guideline on how to work with the police. And he said that, look, you are supposed to be working with the police, not against them.
Right.
So the idea was to have in fact, you know, the thing was that we could not solve all the problems. So we just had to limit ourselves to certain areas where the public complaints arose, and we then got involved into sorting out those problems. And then came the era of kidnapping for ransom.
Yeah.
That actually gave us a lot of credibility, as well as that mistrust which the police had. We filled in that role of acting as advisors and helping those families to handle such traumatic situations, and ultimately apprehending the...
And I think the general masses would actually find it more comfortable
even today
with contacting you rather than the actual laws. Right?
That's right. Yeah.
Right. Sir, you're also right now a part of a project, Pakistan Etemad Pakistan Trust.
Yes.
Right? So what's the idea? Because I'm sure that's not a business.
No. Etemad Pakistan Trust basically was specially formed last year during the floods of 2010. This was a quick reaction to the flooding that took place last year. But it's not my main activity today.
That's one of yours.
It's one of the activities which we will continue, and we are doing this through adopting villages. And we have funds which will take care of rehabilitation. Right now we are in the rehab process.
Okay.
Rehab phase, yeah. And other than this, I'm part of another charitable foundation, which is called the Infaq Foundation. There we have projects as well as support to a lot of other charities. So that keeps me involved to some extent. Then I'm also part of the PPRA, SPPRA, which is the Sindh Public Procurement Regulatory Authority. I'm on the board of that. So that keeps me involved into...
So it's not just business, it's also these
Well, to be honest, that there is no business as far as I'm concerned. I have left it to my son now, who's who's old enough, and he's capable to look after my business. I just oversee the business, yes. Yeah. But most of my time goes into activism, and I do take interest in whatever is happening around in the country, and if there's any issue that I need to take a position or participate with some groups of people, I do that.
Okay. Sir, you were also very active in politics.
Well, at a point in time.
At a point in time you were. And you had joined PTI, Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf.
That's right.
And then you had quit.
That's right.
So what was the reason of getting into politics and then coming out of it?
Getting into politics, I feel that, you know, I still advise people to get into politics, because there's no point in sitting on the sidelines and complaining about the systems and the politicians. Unless good people get into politics, one should not expect politics to get cleaned up and then forget about good governance in Pakistan. So the idea is to get into politics, but unfortunately, even at that point in time when I decided to go into politics, I tried this new party, which when Imran Khan invited me to join him, I did that. But unfortunately, I don't think I can blame any one person, or I can't blame him, Imran himself. I think I would also be partly to be blamed, substantially to be blamed, not to have taken active participation in the management of the party. So, you know, there is no point in me complaining about that this Imran has these weaknesses, or we could not do something, because I feel that that there has to be some self analysis as well, that you know, whether I played a role or not, which was really required at that time. And maybe at that time, this was almost like 16 years ago, 1996 we're talking about. Maybe not mature enough to look at things more seriously in politics. Today maybe it would be a different situation, but at the moment I have kept myself very clear away from politics. I want to be close to politics but yet away from it by getting involved into the democratic process from the outside.
Right.
Which means that I would like to organize a group where we would the pre-election process, the electoral process that takes place before the elections, then the elections themselves, and then subsequent to that the elected people, we need to watch them, and so it would be more like a sort of a democracy watchdog.
The actual democracy watchdog.
Yeah, that's right. I would like to do that, and I think that is also needed.
Very much needed in our.
And there also we need full-time participation, not just because I feel that democracy does not mean that you just vote and that's the end of it. Your responsibility as an extension of democracy as a citizen is to keep a check on your elected representatives as well after you've elected them.
Right. So I guess the reason of you wearing this Pakistan flag all the time, I guess that's very clear. Because you want to do a lot for a country.
Absolutely.
And I guess your work is actually portraying all that at the moment.
That's absolutely.
Sir, in the end,
two opinions on that. Yeah.
Your message for the nation of Pakistan.
I think people should not say that the situation is hopeless. Pakistan has a lot of potential. It has a lot of resources. They have to be channelized. The only deficiency right now or any point in time has been in Pakistan is the leadership. And I think the day we get a sincere leader, not necessarily a brilliant leader, but a sincere leader, and who's honest, I think this country can go places.
It has a lot of potential.
There's a lot of potential. Everything is there. The human resource, the material resource, the geographical beauty of this country, everything is there. I'm not going to get into the details of strategic locations and all that. That's all, as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't bother. It shouldn't. It shouldn't sort of interfere into our thoughts. But what we are as a country, as a nation, I think that has got enough potential. And the add-ons can be separate, but within our country itself, we have the potential to really take this country forward. And
right. Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
Actually, you are a role model for a lot of youngsters, and I hope this message that you've just sent is actually followed. For more Pakistani profiles, visit our website pakistaniprofiles.com.